Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of What's in My Toolbox. This is Sue Scheets from Stampin' with Sushi at sushystamps.blogspot.com, and I'm here to share with you another item in my toolbox. This week I'm going to share about the paper piercing tool. This is a great tool with multiple purposes, but I have one in every single one of the boxes that I pass out to my customers in their classes. It's supposed to be very ergonomically friendly so that it's easy to hold. It has a nice casing for the very sharp tip point that keeps it covered when you're not using it. So let's see some of the things that you can do with it. The first thing is what it was created for, and that's for paper piercing. So we used to have some templates that you could poke this through and you would get a nice look around your stamps, but you can still do it without a template. You can see that I've started here, but I'll do a little bit more. But you just poke your piercing tool around a stamped image, and if you try to get it pretty evenly spaced, then you end up with a nice little accent mark to your stamped image. I think you can see what I've done right there, and if I finish it up, I think it'll be a cute thing on a card. So that is one thing you can do. The second thing that I want to talk about is paper pumpkin kits. This is how the glue dots come in a paper pumpkin kit, and they're very difficult to get off, but not if you have a paper piercing tool, because you can just pull the tool off, hold your glue dot on the tip, find the card that you want to place, or the place that you want to place your glue dot, place it down, and then the second piece comes off very easily with your paper piercing tool. Voila. Okay, the third thing you can use it for is the glue dots that I provide at most of my classes. And they're very handy for using on the backs of buttons or ribbon or sequins. So I have some sequins here, and if you can either like place your sequence on your glue dot and press it and pull it up, and your glue dot might be on the back. But if you want an exact placement, then you can pick your glue dot up with the paper piercing tool, place it on the sequence exactly where you want it, and then even like poke some of the little extra pieces back in where they shouldn't be, and then place it on a project. Let's just place it right there. See how easy that is? And then the last thing that you can do with a paper piercing tool that I could think of today anyway, I'll probably think of a bunch when I get through with the video, but if you cut a very intricate design out, you know how sometimes some of the paper stays stuck in the holes. So the piercing tool is a very handy tool to poke out those pieces of paper that you don't want stuck in your die. It's also a great tool for if your die seems to be very stuck, then you can poke the paper out with your piercing tool, and there you go. So this is a handy tool that I'm sure I haven't thought of all the specific uses that you can use it for, but it's a great thing to have in your toolbox. So if you haven't considered getting one now, you might want to think about the things you could use a paper piercing tool for. So come back next week and I'll show you another item that's in my toolbox. And until then, happy stamping!